Saturday. Yes, I am driving and I will be recording this while I drive. Do me a favor and go ahead if you have not already done so and like this message. Like this message. Today I'm going to be talking to y'all about um, the topic, of course, of today. And that topic is you got something. I'm talking to the person who might feel as if though you have been muzzled. You feel like your gifts are not more than you, than
Turn
what
right
you
onto West
actually
Illinois
have
Avenue,
to
then make a
offer.
U-turn.
You might feel as if though you only
Continue
got
on West
so
Illinois
much to
Avenue for
work
half a
with,
mile.
and that what you have
Make a U-turn.
is not enough for God to use, or what you have is not enough to market it, or what you have is not
Continue on
enough
West Illinois Avenue for half a mile.
put out there for the world to see or the world to buy it. If you're a business owner, if you're an entrepreneur, and if you a life coach, or if you somebody that you want to do something great with your life, but you might feel like all I have is this. I came on here to let you know that what you have is good enough. But the thing that is going to take for you to get what you got out of you, is going to take confidence in God. It's going to take confidence in your ability. It's going to take confidence in you believing in yourself. One of the hardest things that really come with the territory that we have to do is overcome self-doubt.
Right onto Southampton Road.
That I see a lot of us struggle with is self-doubt, or believing in yourself that you have the ability to do something that is really beyond you. But if God gave you a gift, and he did, if God gave you that business idea, and he did,
turn right onto
if God
Southampton
gave
Road.
you the ability to be able to stand before people and to have influence in the kingdom of God, that also means that you have what it takes. I'm going to say that one more time. That means that you got what it takes. And
Continue on Southampton
we got to
Road
ask
for 5
ourselves
miles.
questions, right? And one of the questions that I want you to ask yourself is, why would God give you what he gave you if he did not also put in you the equipment necessary for what you have? Okay. If he didn't give you the tools that you needed to be successful in whatever area of influence he's calling you to, he would have never put it on the inside of you. So that means that what you have is possible for you to begin to see fruit in it. That also means that what you have is good enough. You got something. And I don't care if that something is that you just know how to paint nails very well. I don't care if that something is you know how to listen to people very well. I don't care if that something is you know how to make people feel good. Whatever your something is, it's big enough and it's grand enough for you to use it. God didn't make trash. God didn't make junk. God didn't make you and then put you on the back side and say, no, you don't have enough. No, God made you, and when he made you fearfully and wonderfully made. This means that you are unique. There is nobody on this earth that is like you. Nobody can do it like you. They'll search all over to be able to find the anointing that you got resting in your life. They'll try to mimic what you got resting over. People will try to mimic what you got, and people will try to do the things that you do the exact way that you do it. But there is nobody that is like you. Put that in the comments and say, it's nobody like me. Yeah, there's nobody like me. Nobody has my fingerprints. Nobody has my DNA. Or if you do got my DNA, you still ain't like me. Because when I came out of my mother's womb, I came out of it by myself. When God created me in the heavens, he created me by myself. He didn't put somebody else with me and then say, go. Even if you are a twin, God still made you the way he made you. Your fingerprint still is not the fingerprint of your twin. Who am I talking to? That lets me know that God is so he's so interested in the details of you, that he made you so unique that even nobody has your exact fingerprint. So I came on here today to let you know that you got something. You might not have what you feel like you need. You might not have all that you feel like is necessary for you to have so that you can begin to move forward. But I'm telling you, you got to get out of that mentality and look deep enough within yourself. You got to break off. You got to pray and ask God to break off mediocrity. And mediocrity is a way of thinking. Mediocrity is the way we think. It's the stinking thinking, right? Because if I don't think that I'm worthy, if I don't think I'm good enough, if I don't think that I'm valuable, then everything around me is going to reflect what I believe. But if I begin to ask God, Lord, give me holy boldness, give me self-confidence, give me Godfidence, begin to give me a holiness and a boldness inside, so that when I release what you put in me, or when I move forward in the lane you're calling me to, that I will move in confidence and I will believe in exactly what it is that you gave me to operate in, and it will be effective. And everything around me is going to begin to reflect what I say, or what I believe, or how I feel, or what I think. But if you constantly allow those negative thoughts to run rampant in your mind, and you constantly thinking negative about yourself and how you feel inside because of what happened to you when you was a child, or because of what happened to you when you was, I don't know how old, and you feel like those things that you went through made you who you are today, when really the things that you went through was just for your elevation. The things that you went through were really things that God intended for you to experience, so that you can unlock. Maybe not right then when you was going through it, but at some point in your life, God intended to use the things that you experienced in this life. So we can't look at where we've been and size our own self up and say, oh, I'm not good enough because I was molested. I'm not good enough because I was raped. I'm not good enough because I had a baby at the age of 13. I was pregnant by 13. So I'm not good enough. I was pregnant by 15. I'm not good enough. I was pregnant before I got married. So I'm not good enough. No, you can't size yourself up and tell God how good or bad he made you. That's an insult to God. When you tell God, I'm not good enough, or what you gave me is not good enough, that is an insult to God. That is an insult to the Lord. When you tell him, I'm not good enough. You can't tell God that you ain't good enough. He made you. He made you. And whatever he made in the book of Genesis, chapter 1, when he created us, he said he made woman very good. You are a very good thing. You are a very good thing. God made you. And because God made you, that makes you good. And because he made you, that means that everything that you carry is good. Because God don't make junk. Somebody put that in the comments and say, God didn't make no junk when he made me. And although all of this stuff that I went through was supposed to take me out, it's time for me to get up, live, accept me for who I am, walk in the highest version of her, move forward, and pursue greatness. So somebody needed to know today that you got something. You got something. And that something is going to bless others, enrich others, empower others, strengthen others, give them the power to move forward into what God is calling them to do. But it's an inward job first. So I'm not going to see results outwardly before I make a shift inward. So today, if you know you're struggling with self-confidence, don't get me wrong, every day it's a process, even for myself. But I wake up every day, I wake up every morning believing that nobody else is better than me. Nobody else got it made more than me. That's not the mindset of a winner. Nobody else is further along than me or got more of this and that than I do. No, I have everything that it takes to succeed. That's because that's what God put on the inside of me. That's because that's what God put on the inside of you. So I'm not even looking at nobody else's lane. I'm not even looking at nobody else's journey. All I can do is look at who God made me to be and move in the realm of who God has created me to be. Cultivate, allow God to cultivate my gifts, allow God to move me from the back of the line to the front, give me beauty for ashes, and keep moving forward. I said I'm gonna keep moving forward. So you didn't stop, you didn't quit, and 2025 is your year. So I want you to declare that, but I also want you to take actionable steps towards what you believe in God for. All right? It's time to build that self-confidence up, that self-esteem up. It's time for you to dress different, look different, hold your head up different. It's time for you to begin to believe different, think different, move different. Because whatever we think about, that's what we're going to be. Whatever we think about in our mind, that's what we're going to produce. If you think you're lazy, you're going to be lazy. If you think you're not good enough, you're unqualified, you're underqualified, that's what you're going to have. But the moment you shift your focus,
turn left onto I-20 frontage road.
The moment that you begin to shift your focus, and the moment that you begin to look at what you really got, and you begin to think about all the things that God has put in you, and the moment that you begin to shift your mind to match what you believe that God put in you, then you're going to start seeing a difference. You're going to start seeing things that you didn't see before. Things that you believe God for is going to start coming to pass because you shifted the way you thought. Not only that, there's a time and a season for everything. So sometimes we're trying to enter into certain seasons and it's not time. And then there comes a time when God releases us into what he has for us. But it does not happen not a moment sooner than what God have already ordained for it to be. So I just came on here to encourage y'all. I'm finna let you go because I got to get into this dealership and let them change my oil and so I'm taking care of that. But I love y'all so much. And remember, if you have not already done so,
at the light,
subscribe to the
I-20
family.
Frontage Road.
Subscribe to the family. And if you love messages like this, then I'm sure that you are going to
turn right onto Penn Farm Road.
Love the other messages that God is going to release me to speak on this channel. And over here, we talk about beauty. We talk about faith-based topics. We talk about health and fitness. We talk about leveling up and becoming her and stepping into everything that God has for you. So business, all of that. So if that's something you're interested in, I want to welcome you to continue on this journey with me. I love y'all. God bless you. And I will see y'all beautiful, amazing,
the next right onto Penn Farm Road.
Loving,
then turn right.
Awesome, God-fearing women of God and even men of God on here. So I'll talk to y'all soon.
Turn right, then turn left. The next left, then turn right.